The highly anticipated AMBT is finally here on a live server. You can inspect this tank in detail in the comparisons list on your bottom right, and of course those of you already using my mod pack, you can also use the flycam and the armor inspector to take a closer look at this tank. Now, a couple of days ago, this tank was buffed before being included into the live server for the auction 2022 event. If you didn't already know why this tank is creating so much buzz, it's because it's being compared to the Progetto 46 as an auto reloader. Of course, this means it's a premium tank earning premium credit bonuses. It's a 3-shot auto reloader, but instead of a 240 alpha gun, this packs a 360 alpha gun with a clip potential of 1080 in 6 seconds versus the Progetto's 720 alpha in 4 seconds. I mean, 720p video is still considered high definition. When you compare it to a 1080p video, though, you clearly see an improvement there, right? Of course, there's a price to pay for this kind of firepower. The first shell of the AMBT reloads in 11.5 seconds versus 6.9 on the Progetto, while the full reload will take 44 seconds. It also aims in 2.59 seconds with, it was buffed from 2.88 seconds, while the Progetto aims at 2 seconds flat. The gun on the AMBT is a 105mm gun, while the Progetto is a 90mm gun, and this makes the AMBT gun perform slightly derpy with the dispersion values of 0.36, while the Progetto is 0.32, and the moving dispersions are 0.20, while the Progetto is 0.16. So you can imagine the gun handling of the AMBT will slightly be worse in terms of accuracy. In fact, I run an improved aim, a vertical stabilizer and vents because I found the gun to be a little bit derpy. With the improved aim, it is slightly better. This Borsig here penetrates me right through the mantlet. If you look through the armor profile or the the armor thing, it's not supposed to penetrate where it did, so that's a problem there. Mobility also suffers slightly with a top speed of 40 kilometers an hour going forward, 15 kilometers an hour slower than the Progetto. However, the power to weight ratio and engine horsepower is nearly identical to the Italian counterpart. So what does this mean? Yes, it's slower in the top end and slightly lethargic in its agility versus the Progetto. Also note for some of the soft stats like terrain resistance suggests that its crossing capacity will be handicapped on soft and muddy terrain. Alright, that's where the bad news ends. Armor is going to be one of the redeeming qualities of the AMBT, with 70mm on the hull and sloped, while the turret offers 250mm of penetration protection, and it's sloped with effective values sometimes exceeding 350mm there, although it did not stop that Borsig with the heat shells penetrating right through the mantlet of this tank. Also, this tank has pretty good camo values, 14.14. I managed to get it up to 30% camouflage values stationary. Also, this tank has standard ammo APCR, premium as APCR as well. Which means this has the what do you call that? The shell velocity 1278 on standard shells, which also gives you 215mm of penetration while the premium shells are also APCR with 278 penetration and 1492 meters per second. That is very high shell velocity. That is like a TL1 LPC off-spring tank with the premium shells. Very high velocity, high penetration premium shells. If you're playing this with standard shells versus premium shells, you can feel a world of difference. I did play a few games with standard APCR shells. It wasn't that great because some shells were penetrating, some shells were not, and because it's an auto reloader, if you tried to clip someone out, then you needed to wait another 30-40 seconds before you reloaded fully again. So something for you to think about. Yes, this is going to be a good credit earner if you're firing standard shells, but you have to give up a little bit of penetration, therefore giving up a little bit of your damage potential in this tank. Look at that penetration there, right through the mantlet with the 350 plus heat shells of the Borsig premium shells. So there you go. I played about 3 or 4 games, and I can tell you this is one of the tanks that you really want. So good luck getting this tank, and I will see you on the next video. Bye bye.